There's some level of mission, vision, whatever, of what I
Working
see.
for something.
Yeah, but it also can take you away from the present. It could take you away from things that matter, and the memories that really that you're currently creating. And we could easily just live that grass is green on the other side and completely miss the present. That there's something really great, you know. Anyway, that I just think that mindset was really hard in my 20s and 30s, especially in the context of earning money, career development. I mean, even y'all single guy. I mean, I was single until I was 36. The whole concept of just that, of like, man, this unknown and unsettledness and insecurity will go away once I get married.
Yeah.
Once I start having kids, that kind of thing. Where you're constantly looking, it's like, man, there was something really good to find in my single years. I actually, thankfully, I got a good enough advice, but there were really moments where I missed the fun or I missed the development of just enjoying being single. And now it's wild to think about it as a dad. My wife will go out of town with my son, and I'm like, what did I do with all my time? What the heck? But anyway, yeah, I think that is something, yeah, to really hit on, of like, man, to really address in your 20s and 30s, of like, yeah, God's given me a vision, a calling, a career, something to really develop and grow in and move towards, but also like, how do I actually enjoy it while I'm in it?
And that is, for me, one of the hardest things to do
Mhm.
is to be where my feet are,
Uh,
to really be grateful. And it's almost like it's a muscle you have to work. What I'm learning is that it's not something you're always going to feel like doing, but it's something that, man, if you can develop this habit of being grateful for the things that you have right now.
oh, man.
Like, so instead of being like, man, I'll be so grateful once I get X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
It's, well, hold on a second. Let me sit back for a second and let me be grateful for what I have
Hmm.
right now.
Right now.
That's hard to do, but once you do it, you feel better on the other end. I mean, it's almost like working out. Like
Yeah.
you choose to do it, and then once you do it, you
Hmm.
feel better. You know
Right.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. It's like,
Hmm.
and it's a discipline that, like, you kind of have to first. What you have to do is like what we're doing is say it out loud.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, shine a light on it. Like, okay, yeah, hold on. I do need to be great.
Yeah.
I've got an amazing wife, got an amazing son. We've got a home that we love. You know what I mean? And instead of always being like, man, I just need to make 30% more,
Yeah.
or
Uh,
I need to find this other house that we want to live in. If we move to this other house, we won't have the same issues with our pipes, which is a
right. Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah. If it's not your pipes, it's something else. The yard keeps flooding,
then you
whatever.
have mold.
Yeah. 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 You mold
Yeah,
and
yeah. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, so I love that concept. It's
Yeah.
something you got to work on. I mean, every day. I'll say it from my student. Something
Yeah.
I have to work,
Yeah.
and it feels good to talk about it out loud and hear
Mhm.
yourself say it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Because that
yeah. Like,
that really helps.
I mean, this is one, I think we've talked about this, Bo, is the concept of like, you really, the most people we admire or really enjoy being around, the ones who are very present in front of
Yeah.
us, versus the guy, you sat with, and they're looking
Oh
to
yeah.
the
Yeah.
next thing, or trying to find that who's walking in the door that's a little bit more important than you,
Yep.
that kind of guy. But then you really think about even the ultimate man, right? Jesus, like, that dude was so present. He fell asleep in the middle of a storm on a boat. They had to wake him up,
Yeah.
you know? Like, he was so present. It's like, oh, what's the problem?
Right. And that, but when he would perform a miracle, and then he would say, "Well, don't tell anybody yet. Let's just chill.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We're not ready for this yet."
Yes.
And Peter and all these other disciples were like, "When are we gonna?"
Which is a good example,
You know?
because they're aware, he's aware of what's to come. He knows what he's moving towards. But this is a moment we're in, and we're not. I don't really want, you know, yeah, a million followers on Instagram. There's scrutiny that comes with that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How many followers would he have?
which is a
Said
this is a rabbit trail. Sorry for y'all out there, but this is wild to think about. And God understanding the concept of completely outside of time, that He chose to come in a time where there's no airplanes, no social media, no Zoom calls, streaming, whatever. Right? And you're like, okay, he was putting it on us. That's what he's doing. You really think about it.
What do you mean by that?
Like he was trying to create a regional, very regional thing. He came, for the Jews
Yeah.
kind of thing, and out of that would spread. And he wanted to activate the 12, which we saw, within 2,000 years, right? It's across a couple oceans. That's wild. Every religion generally has a region to it, except Christianity. Buddhism is more Far East. Hinduism is India. I mean, um, Islam is more Middle East, right? Even atheism is more restricted to Western culture, Europe, North America, kind of thing. So it's like it's interesting. You think about kind of that thought process. But
Yeah.
anyway, a little bit of rabbit trail there. But anyway,
No, dude, I love that. I'm
yeah. So it's
context.
yeah. I mean, the Christianity has shaped the world and the map that we live in. It's just yeah. So
Can't deny it. I got some questions.
uh,
Where do you see this mindset show up most in some guys today that you meet with? Like, what are some areas? We've probably talked about a few.
yeah. Well, I mean, the obvious one is career and work. Um,
That's mine, by the way.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
definitely mine.
Well, how does that? How do you see that manifest?
Anxiety.
Anxiety. Yeah.
Because I mean, so much of it is outside of my control in a
Mm,
good way, by the way.
right.
Um, I used not to believe that. I think in my 20s, I thought, oh no, I need to be in a position where I'm in control.
Yeah.
And because this will kind of scratch that itch of
Yeah.
having to wait on other people or like having to wait, you know what I mean? Seriously.
Wait on others. Yeah, man.
And, um, and so it would cause anxiety because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I haven't heard like this project that I'm working on that's
Hmm.
going to be the next Twitter
Right.
is, whatever
Oh man.
is, man, I'm waiting on somebody and I haven't heard back from them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or that's just a small example.
Hmm.
So it created anxiety because it's outside of my control, which, looking back, I mean, it's totally, God teaching me a lesson. Like
Yeah.
I'm not as interested in you getting that result. I'm more interested in the lesson that you're learning right now.
Yes.
Which is hard to see until you're like 10 years removed,
Hmm. Yeah.
sometimes. Um, but yeah, anxiety for sure.